Their season is now officially underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Arkansas's offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. Ricky Collins, the transfer from Syracuse, a quarterback that was highly sought after, and I think we're going to see the reason why in this one. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Enough to move the chains. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Russell. Turning it on. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Knocked down immediately.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Watkins. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Fires to the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield. Looking for a big-time play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Left side is Watkins. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Just keep slinging it. He caught it.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make myself...
Caught, and he will score! Touchdown, Arkansas! They're on the board first here in the season opener. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Keeps it. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, It makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Finding some room. The 10. Touchdown, Condor. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What I like about this running back is he can do it different ways. He can hurt you running between the tackles. He's got great vision, but he's also got a lot of speed. And I love the fact that this offense can go option. They can trust the quarterback to make the right decision, pitch it out to him wide, and then you see the speed. There's so many different ways in the running game. This guy can hurt you, and you saw it right there on that long, explosive play.
The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Fields the punt. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking for the edge. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's right. Rushes on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. The Condors will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Bill.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Second down, gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Trying to get the corner. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The fake wants to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And it'll be the Condors will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Out wide right, it's Watkins. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Out wide left, it's Laporta. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've got a first down here to open the period. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Making the adjustment. To the air, it's Collins. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Deep in the end zone, it's King. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. Time that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Condors will call on their punt team. Making his first move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. And he avoids the sack.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Left side, it's Wolf. Hunt down Razorbacks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Long way to go on 2nd down. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's square.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
And it'll be the Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. Searching for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off from the shotgun. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Right side, it's Watkins. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Arkansas.
do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
On the option. Pulls it again on the option. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. The Condors will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Making the adjustment on the play. Sets his feet. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Wants to throw one first. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 4 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Fighting Irish who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country. And now over to your game in Fayetteville. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking to throw, it's right. They're all over it. Caught. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Keeps it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Condors will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Catch is made at the 15. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Changing the routes with his receiver. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Gonna let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Right down the middle. Holds on, it's throw. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got...
He'll take a deep shot here. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And the beatdown has ensued.
And how about this, though, man? Picking up right where they left off. Putting up points. Being explosive. Being a threat. You thought at half maybe the defense would come up with some answers. So far, first drive, no answers to be found.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And at the end of the play, it looks as if there's an injured Razorback on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Keeps it on the option. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And it'll be the Condors come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Pulls it and runs it again. Makes one man miss. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter play. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's right. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Condors send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Watkins. Runs through, man. He might have some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's going for the big play. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Rush right in his face. Gets rid of it.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Offense gets set for second down. Tight end now in motion. Quick give. It's Russell. At the 45 on his way. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches, finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hadn't been on the same page.
Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Left side, it's Brown. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Hauls it in. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. Nearly intercepted.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Pushes ahead. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. To the air, it's Collins. Look out! Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Return! Western! Ready, go!
Second down to the air. Out wide right, it's Watkins. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Gets open down the middle. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's right. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And it'll be the Condors that are flying down the field. Keeps it himself. The option, he'll keep it. Turning it on. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Looking for the edge. Quick toss. He's past the sticks. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he's brought down, and he just about took it all the way. How about the timing on the pitch from this quarterback on the option? The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Hand off to the fullback. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. 8th play of the drive coming up. Trying to get the corner. Quarterback keep. Touchdown, Condor! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. On the option. He'll keep it again on the option. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Still looking. And he makes it past the first down marker, hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks. The Condors will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it. Looking for an alley. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. He definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for.